Don't you even. Don't you even.
15 seconds to launch.
Who said we're having lunch?
I like lunch.
Places, please. 5 seconds.
Adjust your mojo.
You are about to participate in a great adventure.
Now.
At age, 60, he's just gonna break bad?
Radio with an attitude.
This system that we love is broken.
I know that.
Do not comply.
Hey, mother.
Welcome to another 2 hours of common sense.
That liberty and justice for all is a myth.
And erratic behavior.
You want to, but you can't. And when you do, you wish you didn't.
This is your Daily Mojo.
For a Monday, with the big announcement, of course, today.
El inglés es el idioma oficial de los Estados Unidos.
See, damn straight it is. The president on, was it Saturday? Yeah, I guess technically he did it on Friday. Made English the official language of the United States of America.
Was it not already?
Maybe.
Evidently not. I don't know.
Maybe. It could have been. I don't think we had an official language. But I will say that this is another fabulous troll move by the president of the United States.
He was just pissing people off all day Friday.
He really was. I think he gets in a mood, and I think, come on. You know what we're going to do today? We're going to make the United States official language English. Watch him chase this one down. And they still haven't really learned. The story comes from NPR. President Trump has signed an executive order designating English as the official language of the U.S., the first such designation in the country's history. Oh, he did sign it on Saturday.
Oh, okay.
So he was working overtime. This rescinded a policy issued by former President Bill Clinton requiring agencies to provide assistance programs for people with limited English proficiency. According to a White House fact sheet, the order allows agencies to voluntarily keep those support systems in place. If you go to France, and I don't know because I've never been to France, but if you go to France and you go to a government office and you try to fill something out, do they have it in 18 different languages? I'm going to bet.
I bet they
have it in French and English.
At least. Yeah. At least.
They may have to start putting it out there in Canton Chinese, but because is it Cantonese or English that is the?
Sorry,
isn't it? What?
Oh, I thought
they're not Cantonese.
I thought it was Mandarin, but it could be Cantonese.
They'll sound alike. Cantonese. Let's see. What's the most spoken? What is the most spoken language in the world? What'd you say it was?
Mandarin. Yeah.
You are correct.
And that's
Mandarin,
just purely by population, I'm sure.
I'm sorry. Wait a minute. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get your hopes up there. English is considered the most spoken language in the world when taking into account both native and non-native speakers, while Mandarin is the highest number of native speakers alone.
Yeah, okay.
So again, going back to France, they may have to start putting things in Mandarin Chinese as well. But why? We're just being polite, having everything in dual languages. And what makes me... When you call up some business, press 1 for English, press 2 for Spanish. No, how about you just do it in English, and if somebody can't understand it, that's on them. Nationally designated language is at the core of a unified and cohesive society. The United States is strengthened by a citizenry that can freely exchange ideas in one shared language. It's already the official language in more than 30 states. I didn't know that. Did you?
I did not.
No idea. Like a bunch of red states. Bastards. Roughly 1 in 10 people now speak a language other than English, more than triple the amount compared to 1980. And they say this is a long-time campaign pledge. It's a move the White House said will promote unity, cultivate a shared American culture for all citizens, ensure consistency in government operations, and create a pathway to civic engagement. It will also piss off every liberal you know, which I think is probably the primary objective here.
Yeah.
Something else that will piss everybody off that is a lefty that you know, remind them that today is National Anthem Day.
Oh, that'll set them off. Oh.
That will set them the hell off. The Star-Spangled Banner was adopted as the national anthem on this day in 1931. So we should all get together just on the courthouse steps and start singing the national anthem. That will irritate the dog shit out of them. And today may be the day that we... Now, who am I kidding? We're not going to get any more Epstein files today. That's not going to happen.
No.
He's still pissed?
That we didn't get it in the first place?
Yeah.
I hate that it was such a build-up, and all we got was stuff we had already seen. Yeah.
What a tease. We're going to do it on Friday. We're going to do it on Friday? Sucker. Remember the song by the Waitresses? I know what boys want.
I know what girls need. Yeah. That.
Boys need. Sucker. That's what Pam Bondi did to us all. It's a little irritating. But she says there are more Epstein files being released despite the disastrous...
I just wonder if she got the stuff from the FBI.
Release. No.
Oh, she hasn't gotten it yet.
Nope. According to the story at The Independent, she's again said that America will get the full Jeffrey Epstein files after the first phase contained pretty much a big old nothing sandwich. I mean, it was pathetic. She says that Americans will get the full Epstein files thanks to Donald Trump being the most transparent. Oh, stop with that. Stop with it.
They like using that now.
Platitudes. I'm tired of the platitudes. Just release the... And this is why people are pissed off that we have a damn committee being formed...
That can't even get information.
For the UFOs, for JFK's assassination, for MLK's assassination, for RFK's assassination, for Roswell, New Mexico... I mean, this kind of puts a wet blanket on everything, does it not? The New York, Southern District of New York is sitting on thousands of pages of documents, blah, blah, blah. We'll get everything. We have it. We will have it in our possession, she said. We will redact it, of course, to protect grand jury information and confidential witnesses. But the American people have a right to know, and Donald Trump is the most transparent. Stop. Stop with that. She also promised that documents surrounding the assassination of former President John F. Kennedy, civil rights will be declassified. Just do it. Stop telling us what you're going to do and do it. This is really getting disappointing. Now, is that what happened on Friday? Was what happened on Friday? Was that just to take our eye off the other ball?
You talking about with Trump and Zelensky?
Yeah.
Take our eye off of what other ball? The Epstein files?
The Epstein files.
I don't think
Suddenly,
that had anything to do with it.
the Epstein files weren't. Think it completely different?
Yeah, I don't think that had anything to do with it. I mean, we were expecting to see, what was it? Was it Friday morning at 8 that they were supposed to be?
Yes, that was when the FBI was supposed to have dropped off the boxes, which are probably sitting in a storeroom at Mar-a-Lago when you stop and think about it. All those boxes on Epstein, probably in an unsecured storage location. Funny how they were just all kinds of, we got to get our hands on those boxes, right? Remember the FBI busting into Mar-a-Lago?
Yeah.
Going through Melania's underpants drawer? I mean, not that some things are understandable. But they were all about, had to get those documents. But when it comes to providing the documents on Jeffrey Epstein, nope, not much of a hurry. This is just, it's ridiculous. It shows you how bad what kind of shape the FBI at its core is really in.
Yeah.
It's horrific. I sure as hell hope that Bongino and Kash Patel, and again, I think we have to remember that we are, 9 days into Kash Patel, 10, 12 days into Kash Patel's reign at the FBI?
Yeah. And not even 2 months into Trump.
Right.
Yeah.
So now, are we placing too high expectations on them at this point?
Well, look, the fact of the matter is they pushed out so much stuff in the first 30 days that now people have an expectation of something new every damn day. Yep. Every day.
Yep. That's the way we are. We want immediate gratification. That's what society has become. We can't wait. But we shouldn't have to wait. We shouldn't have to wait. These things are, those files exist, obviously.
Well, they do exist, but aren't we waiting because of issues in D.C.? We're waiting not necessarily because, and this is my opinion right now, we're not waiting because they don't want to give it to us. We're waiting because there are obvious issues in D.C.
They want to give it to us, all right.
Yeah.
Look how they're dressed. Be a part of the conversation of the program this morning here at the Daily MoJo. You can tag us in any of your posts on the social media at Real Brad Staggs, at Real Ron Phillips, accept no imitations, and use the hashtag What I Learned Today. Wouldn't that be funny if you just dropped yourself into 1985 and said that on the radio?
People,
hey, tag me in your posts.
You
and
be
use
speaking
the
a foreign language.
Right. What the hell did he just say?
What's a hashtag?
No idea.
Pound me too. What?
Pound me too, right.
Oh, yeah, the kids would have loved that back in the 80s. Pound me too.
Pound me too. Spins in the Rumble chat room says, so giant space eggs, nips, or butthole zapping, what will they cover today? A little bit everything. There's a freebie 38's in there, pecan pie 82, the boy blob, who had some fascinating posts over the weekend. If you don't follow the boy blob, I would highly recommend you do. James in Louisiana says, did you watch Timcast Friday night? There were 4D chess implications of the Epstein thing. Now, that's another possibility. That what Pam Bondi, Kash Patel, and even Donald Trump and J.D. Vance on Friday did were part of a bigger plan. Because, again, you know that Pam Bondi and Kash Patel going into this thing with the Epstein files, they knew that there was stuff being withheld. They knew it. They had to have known.
They had to have known, yes. I agree.
Because if she had 200 pages on her desk, and I believe Pam Bondi has a brain, and she would have said, wait, is this all of it? 200 pages? Yeah. She knew that wasn't all of it. She knew it then. So she gave enough rope. It's just a theory. She gave enough rope to the perpetrators of the charade to hang themselves. Maybe. That's a possibility. Now, it's a risky one because it does not make her look. Off the bat, she's going to take some slings and arrows.
Isn't she, though? Laura Loomer is crucifying her online every minute of every day.
So.
Wow.
Yes, Missy 13, I see you. I see you there.
Hi, Missy.
Pecan Pie 82. What Bart is really telling us, whom is in here and not fake people. There could be some fake people, I suppose. Not really sure. At this point in time, nothing would surprise me. Stinky Biscuit over on the X, they're putting the con in conspiracy. Absolutely. DMXDM, I'm thankful the severe storm threat was removed for Wednesday, tornado anniversary day. Instead, we're getting a blizzard. Yay. DM, of course, up in God's country in Iowa. And if you are not familiar yet with DM's fabulous product, which means if they're getting a blizzard by, today's Monday, by Wednesday, they may not be roasting the coffee over at American Pride Roasters. So it is likely a good time right now for you to head over to AmericanPrideRoasters.com and get your order in early before the blizzard hits the fan. And what are the featured products right now? We've got the Watson's White Chocolate Caramel, the On the Roof, Jefferson, and the Sheba and Solomon. You can find all of the fabulous flavors of American Pride Roasters coffee at AmericanPrideRoasters.com. That's where you will find all of that good stuff. And finally, over in the Daily MoJo chat room, Dr. Zoe knows. Good thing nobody sane pays attention to Laura Loomer.
Yeah,
all right.
She's a whack job, dude.
Is she? I mean,
dog.
These days, what constitutes a whack job? Some people would say
I don't know. I feel like
a whack job.
Maybe so. But I feel like Laura Loomer's doing nothing but fomenting hate. That is all she's posting. Just foment. Okay, we got your point. You don't like Pam Blondie. Got it.
Oh, is that what she calls her?
Pam Blondie,
That's funny.
Yeah.
Well, she is blonde.
And then Pam Blondie's official account blocked her. And then she lost it. Yeah, she lost it again because that's illegal. She can't block me because it's a hit to my. That's like the @POTUS account. I mean, I've heard it in the past. They can't block people because it's against their First Amendment rights.
I'm not sure that's the case.
I've heard it.
I don't.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that there's nothing in the Constitution
it's
about
not in the Constitution.
tweeting.
It's not. But there was a big discussion during the 2020s, 2021 about the official accounts of government officials blocking people.
Uh-huh.
And that they not supposed to or they can't. I don't know. I don't know if there's law or not.
What law would it be breaking for?
Well, there was a precedent. I mean, there was a.
Now, if Twitter was or if X was a function of the government, was a government social media, Lord have mercy if that ever happens. But if it was a government operation, then I would say, all right, every American has the right to see what is being posted on the government social media site. Being a private entity and having individual, because you could just as easily, I would assume, Pam Bondi has a Truth Social account as well. Go over there and follow her there, or try to get blocked by her there. But I can't imagine that there is. I mean, I remember that big.
Here's what AI says. The First Amendment prevents government agencies from blocking followers on social media accounts used for government business. The First Amendment prevents government officials from deleting comments based on viewpoint. Now, I don't know what AI is thinking here about.
Well, hold on. That's in theory. That's what the First Amendment does.
Yeah. I agree. It says the Supreme Court ruled that a public official's social media activity is considered state action if the official had the authority to speak on behalf of the government. It sent a case back to a lower court to determine if a city manager violated the First Amendment by blocking a user on Facebook. So there have been precedent-setting Supreme Court. Oh, wait, the U.S. Supreme Court brought clarity to the question on Friday in a pair of unanimous decisions that find public officials can indeed block someone on their personal social media accounts or delete their comments as long as they're not acting on behalf of the government.
Right.
So she's just losing her mind about it all weekend long because Bondi blocked her on both her personal and government accounts.
According to the SCOTUS blog from 1 year ago, they ruled that public officials who post about topics relating to their work in their personal social media accounts are acting on behalf of the government, therefore can be held liable for violating the First Amendment when they block their critics only when they have the power to speak on behalf of the state and are actually exercising that power. The court's decision came in a pair of cases involving local officials in California and Michigan who blocked constituents who made repetitive and critical comments on their personal social media accounts. In O'Connor-Ratcliffe versus Garnier, the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Ninth Circuit ruled that 2 school board members violated the First Amendment when they blocked 2 parents from their personal Facebook and Twitter accounts, which they used to promote information about the board and its work. Court of Appeals reasoned there was a close nexus between the trustees' use of their social media pages and their official positions.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, is Laura Loomer right in that? And what's it going to get her?
Relatively speaking, it's not going to get her jack shit because, I mean, it's like this woman lives to just hammer Pam Bondi because she didn't. Number one, she says she's not jealous about not being chosen as one of the 15 influencers that got to show up, but she is. It's evident in her comments, but.
I believe that we are all reminded of and I can't remember who the great theologian who originated the phrase, but you'll recall the phrase, hell hath no fury, as that of a woman scorned.
Yeah.
Just saying. It's absolutely possible. Could be wrong.
Where political correctness comes to die. The Daily MoJo.
All right, continuing the discussion on Laura Loomer, the quote in the Independent, it was released, quote, it was released in an unprofessional manner with paid partisan social media influencers to curate their binders for us. I can't trust anything in the binder, neither should you, end quote.
That was Laura Loomer's quote?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, I can't say that I disagree with her on this. And we should be pissed. We should be pissed that it feels like we got conned on Wednesday. It was Wednesday or Thursday.
I'm of the opinion that all those influencers that walked out with that binder got conned on Wednesday too.
Yeah, by being funneled into the press area?
By being given the binder when that's not what they were there for. They didn't show up there to get a binder of Epstein files. They showed up there to have a meeting with Vance to talk about messaging.
Yes.
But they all got that handed to them, and so they all got funneled out right in front of the pool reporters.
The other thing is, who was in charge of getting the information? Well, again, I'm sorry, I can't make any excuses for Pam Bondi because she, again, if she had those 200 pages sitting on her desk, she had to have known
that wasn't it.
That wasn't all.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, was she the person responsible for making the phone call and saying, get that stuff over to my desk? Or was that, a junior associate in the Department of Justice? I don't know.
No idea. Yeah.
And if so, and when Pam Bondi said, I have it all sitting on my desk and I'm reviewing it, was she in fact the one reviewing it? That's the other option. That she wasn't actually the person that saw it. She may not have known that there were only 200 pages. Now, that's crazy if she didn't, and I don't know, what do you do as Attorney General? When you go to work, what do? You drive in, you park your car, you get your little parking sticker and you stick it in your dash and you walk up into the front door and you go in the front door and you look for your office and you go into your office and you sit down.
Yep. I asked Grok yesterday to give me the structure of the Department of Justice. And almost everything in that list of who reports to who, 3 people report directly to Pam Bondi. Everybody else reports to those people. That would be the Deputy Attorney General and the Associate Attorney General. Everybody reports to those. So it could be that the Deputy Attorney General had it on their desk and Pam didn't actually see what it was.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yep. So, and I'm assuming Pam Bondi appointed the deputy attorney general.
Yeah.
So, again, they've got some explaining to do, and they ain't done a good job yet of explaining. But again, the events of Friday, when we discovered by default that they weren't delivered, that the boxes of papers from New York were not delivered, and the Zelensky outburst, which the more I've been thinking about this, the more that was a planned charade. He never intended to sign anything walking in that door. His whole goal, because let's not forget, he is a performer. Zelensky is an actor, a dancer, a comedian.
Yeah.
Comedian is that's a subjective.
Maybe shit's funny over there in Ukraine. Maybe not funny. Maybe shit is funny. I don't know.
But when he went home, the first thing he did apparently was bomb a Russian oil refinery. According to reports in the Metro UK site, Ukraine may have launched a major attack on Russian soil just as Zelensky returned from that diplomatic tour, if you can call that what it was, more like a propaganda tour. Because as soon as he left here, he went to, after he stopped by Fox and didn't apologize, he went over to the UK and had meetings with those clowns and, talked about how we didn't care. You're either you're either going to make a deal or we're out. This is what Trump said. And you can tell the Metro UK site is. You'll get the idea. Trump appears to be cozying up to Russian dictator Vladimir Putin over NATO allies in Europe, claiming the pair had spoken on numerous occasions since a phone call on February 12th. Is that true? Reporters asked Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov. No further meetings, he said. Not any the public should know about, at least. Let's also remember that Putin really doesn't have... Does he have motivation to come to the bargaining table? He's winning. I mean, it's expensive. It's not popular, what he's doing, but he's winning. So, really, Zelensky should be the one in this case to be, again, hat in hand and be, shutting the pie hole other than to say, sorry, when I came to the White House, what I meant to say was I'm really appreciative and thank you for all the money and the equipment. But the Ufimsky fuel facility in Ufa, that's a city near the Ural Mountains east of Moscow, about 1,100 miles. There were explosions there. Flames could be seen rising above the city skyline. The blasts that were so big locals thought it was an earthquake may have been caused by a pinpoint drone strike launched by Ukraine. Russia blamed the fire on unspecified technical issues near the furnace of the Bashneft-owned facility. Video footage shared on Russian Telegram channels in the early hours of the morning show an explosion outside the building before it was engulfed in flames. So the Russians are saying, no, that wasn't. They didn't get us. But they may have. Which, again, would not be a surprise. Oh, this. Do you have do we have a drum roll? Whatever happened to our drum roll?
I don't know. I don't have it.
What'd you do with it?
I don't have...
I know you don't have it. I said, what'd you do with it? Is this it? Nope. Sorry.
I don't think that's it.
I don't think that's... I didn't mean that wasn't the button. No, it's because I think that this is worthy of that. Here, I got you.
Okay,
here
it is. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the winner of the Best Picture at the Oscars, which were last night, is Anora. No, that's
well,
Demi
damn.
Moore. I don't think Demi Moore had anything to do.
Well, no, but
with Anora.
It was on your screen. There's the Oscars. I'm like, he's going to it. Let's go.
No,
sure didn't. Thanks for that lead in. Okay.
No, see, that's a little quiz for you, and I gave you the first one because it's easy.
Oh, who these are?
But
okay,
yes, but Anora was the winner of the Best Picture for 2024. Here is the plot of Anora. A young escort from Brooklyn meets and impulsively marries the son of a Russian oligarch. Once the news reaches Russia, her fairy tale is threatened as his parents set out for New York to get the marriage annulled. Have you seen it?
I have not.
No, I don't think anyone else has either. The release date, October 17th in Russia. It runs 2 hours and 19 minutes. It is a comedy, drama, romance. Its total worldwide take so far, $40,989,193. I do not know what the budget was. In its opening day, domestically here, its opening day in this country, which was October 18th, it pulled in an impressive $550,503.
Who makes these decisions?
It may be a great
yes,
film.
I asked that question.
It may be a fabulous film. I don't know. I don't think I've stepped foot in a movie theater now in 3 years, maybe 4. Be 2021.
Yeah, there's no reason to. I mean,
no, there really isn't.
You can damn near stream anything you want. Hell, you can even get first run movies if you pay for them. Why go spend money on,
Right. Now, I will say
that are going to cost you as much as the
movie theater here in this area of the DFW Metroplex near where the motel is located had an incredible, and probably still, their food service was pretty damn good. And they had some Brussels sprouts that were amazeballs.
If you like Brussels sprouts.
See what I did there?
Yeah.
If you don't like Brussels sprouts, you're gay. But they were really good, and they have these reclining seats that were really so comfortable. I
went
fell
right
asleep in them.
Paid to go take a nap. That's what my wife does. She pays to take a nap.
It's really a bad idea. But the last time we went, they weren't even doing the delivery service in the theaters, which is
that was because of COVID back then.
Right. So I'm like, well, that sucks. And I have not been there. It's like I said, since then. Now I went and looked, and the other thing with regard to movie theaters, I was talking to Jeffy about this on Saturday on our program Saturday Morning Live, which if you've not watched, it's available on the app. The Daily MoJo app, which you should download and enable notifications. It's also available out there on Rumble and on YouTube. But we were discussing, I think we may have talked about this after the program ended, but the multiplexes out there, there was one in Nashville, it still is. It's at 100 Oaks Mall in Nashville.
Yeah.
16 movie theaters.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember going there. Now you can't. There are new rules there at the 100 Oaks Mall in Nashville, and you can take this now.
Okay.
Please note that after 6 p.m. on Friday and Saturday, moviegoers under the age of 17 must be accompanied by a parent or legal guardian 21 years of age. Yeah, if you're going to be on theater property, you have to have a state ID or a military ID. That's how bad things are apparently now at movie theaters. But I started looking at the movies being played at movie theaters. All right, Captain America, I've heard of it. One of Them Days. You heard of that?
I have not.
Nor have I. Moana 2. Heard of that?
Heard of that.
Dogman.
Nope.
Jeffy had heard of it. I have. Who's in it? That's Pete Davidson. All right, Pete Davidson. Legends of the Condor Heroes, the Gallants.
Nope.
The Real Sister, Chi Dao.
Nope.
Vietnamese. Nope. Superboys of Malagaon.
Nope.
It's Hindi. Nope. The Monkey.
Nope.
I think I've heard of it. Nejatu.
Nope. Why all these different?
That's
Wow, that's weird. Okay.
Companion.
Nope.
Laj Sharanam. That's Nepali. Paddington in Peru.
Nope.
Paddington Bears, I guess. I've heard of the Paddington Bears. Wicked.
Yeah.
Dragon.
Nope.
That's Telugu. The Unbreakable Boy.
No.
I think I've heard of that. A Sloth Story.
No.
Might have to go see that. Although I've never heard of The Last Breath.
No. I haven't heard of any of the stuff that's on that screen yet.
No. Chava. That's Hindi.
Yeah.
Brothers After War. Nope. Riff Raff. Nope. Mazaka.
No.
My Dead Friend Zoe. No. Sabdaham. That's Telugu. What is Telugu anyway?
It's probably the
$20, same as downtown.
Oh, yeah.
Becoming Led Zeppelin. I've heard of Led Zeppelin. Heart Eyes. Dragon, and then, this is at the 16.
They had to resort to playing all of these multinational.
Yeah, those bastards. I hate all these damn foreigners come to this country and ruin it. Right? Rumor has it if you walk by the Regal 16 in Nashville, it's a faint smell of curry wafting out. There are a lot of Indian movies now. Bollywood is a big deal, not only in production but in release. But I've not heard of any of these. I'd never heard of Honora. The other winners. Let's see. Where are they? I didn't know. I had the list here. Remember the Reagan biopic with Dennis Quaid?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't receive any Oscar nominations because it didn't meet the Academy's DEI standards, according to the film screenwriter.
Well,
ain't that something?
That answers my question about why we're seeing these movies. Yeah.
That's just it. Now and this is where your little quiz comes in because we saw Demi Moore just a second ago.
Yep.
Do you know who that is?
Selena Gomez.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
Yeah.
You get a special star on that one. Her?
Yep. I know who she is.
Who? Who is it?
Wicked Girl.
Come on, Grandpa.
I can't remember. Ariana Grande. I couldn't think of her name.
Very nice. Very nice. Very good. Ariana Grande.
How do you sit down in that dress?
That's a funny thing. You say that's the first damn thing I thought.
Maybe it's
how do you?
Maybe
sit
it's
in
squishy
that?
in the back. I don't know.
Her or the dress?
Both.
You must have I guess you could sit on one of those. Those things like a stick with a seat on top of it.
Yeah, I guess.
You just kind of lean on. Maybe that's what she did. She just leaned in the aisle somewhere. She looks good. Dress is a little weird. That dude.
Willy Wonka. Timothy Chalamet.
Yes, but Timothy Chalamet. Right. Oh, sorry, you got a bell. Her.
That looks like Scarlett Johansson. Is it?
Very nice.
Okay.
Scarlett Johansson. What the hell happened to her?
She's kind of shifted. That's I can't remember her name.
Come on. Got this one to be like dropping a rock on your head.
Yeah, I know. I just can't remember her name. She did a lot
it'd be like dropping a rock on your head.
I'm trying to understand the pun there, but I can't get it.
Emma, some small ones right there.
Emma Stone. Thank you.
Thank you. Seriously, what happened? First, does it not look like she bought a dress about 4 sizes too big?
Yeah, she's kind of.
And I just don't. I don't know. I like Emma Stone, but what the hell happened to her? What's her name? You don't know, do you?
The Wicked Girl. Yeah, I don't remember her name.
Wow.
It's a difficult name, I think, right?
Yeah, it is difficult. Cynthia Erivo.
Erivo.
That's a tough.
Yeah, okay.
That's a tough one. It's
Okay.
3 syllables times 2. Her.
I don't know her name.
No, you don't.
Elle Fanning. Okay. Dakota's sister, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Who's that?
I don't know, but it looks like a dude. I don't know.
I stared at this forever.
Oh, that's Miley Cyrus. There it is. Yeah.
She looks like a dude. What happened to
Yeah.
Miley Cyrus?
She looks like a dude.
What happens when these people go to Hollywood? I don't understand it. Hold on, we got a directive. Here's a directive or an answer. Last time Brad went to the movie theater was Top Gun Maverick. When was that? 22?
No. Yeah. Well, yeah, 22 or 23, because it was after COVID. They held it over.
Okay. All right. So Top Gun Maverick, and it was worth it. I'll say
It was worth it. That's where I saw it too.
It was what? Oh, my eye's doing that twitchy thing.
So
No,
was
yeah.
mine, dude.
See,
That was weird that you said that, because I'm rubbing my eye right now.
mine won't quit doing it. I think I've
Muscle
been
spasm.
hexed.
Okay.
Yeah. They say that you need potassium. Who's that?
I need to bring up the larger screen. I don't know. Connie Nielsen.
That's Connie Nielsen.
Okay.
Who's Connie Nielsen?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've heard the name.
I don't either. Right. Can you imagine standing in front of all those cameras? Look at how many. I mean, it's no wonder that it's a self-indulgent night. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's a self-indulgent night for a bunch of, or a great deal of narcissists. And when you hear what Adrian Brody, did you hear any of his acceptance speech?
I didn't watch any of it. No, sir.
I didn't either. But his acceptance speech, if you can listen to it and not either puke or just laugh out loud, you get a prize. But first, this is Phil Bell and his morning update.
This is Phil Bell on the Daily MoJo with your morning update. Now, you know I love President Donald J. Trump. That goes without saying. But today, I love him even more. And why, you ask? Because let's think about what happened last Friday. Now, Fridays are normally a slow political news day, except, of course, on the Daily MoJo. And there, the president of Ukraine, Zelensky, was going to meet with President Trump and Vice President Vance in the Oval Office. Now, the stage was set. This was going to be a simple meeting. He was going to sign an agreement with the United States related to rare earth minerals, which matter to us because they go on our televisions, our cell phones, and so on. And this agreement was going to provide for the continued defense of Ukraine by the USA. And what happened? He went in there and he was acting like a child and being ridiculous and rolling his eyes. And he was so disrespectful that Vice President Vance and President Trump threw him out of the White House. Now, in the days since, of course, you've seen the predictable bunch of crazy leftists and rhinos criticize President Trump over what happened there. But what happened was a great thing for our country. The first thing was it showed that we will not be pushed around. It means that our money and our people, which we have sacrificed in so many conflicts across the world, will be treated with respect and will be used in situations that benefit the United States, as opposed to the general idea of the global new world order. The second thing is it showed that President Trump and the rest of our country will be taken seriously when we make demands and when we say something. That is something that has gone out the window during the Biden administration, so it's great to see it back. Now, I want to hear your comments, so let us know under this video what you think of what happened last Friday in the Oval Office. And I also want you to download the Daily MoJo smartphone app and enable notifications. That way you'll be up to date on the latest craziness and good stuff coming out of Washington, D.C., and you'll know how to share it with others. We'll see you down the line, and thanks for choosing the Daily MoJo.
Phil Bell's morning update is only on the Daily MoJo.com. If you're offended, you're listening wrong. The Daily MoJo.
Stopping in at the Rumble chat room, see Spins says AI assault Bibles destroying Cleveland. What is it? The assault Bible? They're talking about it in there. I'm not familiar with it.
I don't know.
Boy Blob says, I'm going to revisit the Assault Bible with AI now that it's advanced exponentially since that last discussion. James in Louisiana says, Laura is a drama queen like Milo. Well, he gets her name in the in the papers.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right? Road Tripper is in the Rumble chat room. Good morning, friends. I see what he's saying. Bard's telling us whom is in here and not fake people. Gotcha. Oh, also, I don't know if it's going to happen or not, but Dingle Nuts from Canada.
Trudeau?
No.
Oh.
The troll in our in our Rumble chat room who generally, pops in. He popped in on Saturday.
Oh. Okay.
And he wanted to discuss, let's see, what was it? Trump being a pedo and I don't know, something else. But he says, don't, and we knew who it was because he asked if you had a call-in line.
Yep.
And I even said, we will have it open for you on Monday so you can join us. How does someone get in, Ron?
So they go to, what is it? advanced.vmixcall.com. I don't know that I have that here. I need to list that out. Advanced.vmixcall.com. And put a name in. Doesn't matter whose name it is, but there is a password, and that password is 604-482-8578. 604-482-8578. There you go.
Right. That number, once again, is
604.
What?
482-8578.
We have that on the... Ever written down on post-it anywhere that we can...
No, I need to make a Chiron for it. I don't have a Chiron for it.
Oh.
That's why I haven't done it yet. Or that's why I didn't show it.
All right. What's the password one more time?
Oh, for God's sake.
What? I'm going to write it on a post-it note.
604. 482. 8578.
8578.
Advanced.vmixcall.com.
All right, so there it is. That's your Chiron right there. Ghost in the X says the monkey is a Stephen King short story. I used to enjoy Stephen King, and then after he got hit by the van, he kind of lost it. I think it jarred something loose in his brain. Pickled squirrel, bleached eyebrows do not help the look. Who had bleached eyebrows? Was that Miley Cyrus? Must have been. I mean, what? It just doesn't even look like Miley Cyrus anymore.
No.
It's
a lot of the makeup and she's got like implants in her cheeks or something. I don't.
Yeah, there's something's different. Now, she may be Hannah Montana.
Yeah, Hannah Montana.
Hannah frickin' Montana. Oh, just so you know, something landed on the moon.
Yeah,
over the weekend.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, but just as a side note, the Blue Ghost lander touched down on the moon. So there's something up there. At least that's what they tell us happened. And is there video of it? Let's see. Why couldn't they send us? They have pictures, but no video. Seriously? Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. Oh, how can you not have video of your landing on the moon? All right, let's see here. A couple of people. This one's an easy one. Ron, who's that?
I'm getting there. Hang on a second. I'm trying to create a Chiron. Okay, let's see. Oh, that's Zoe Saldana. Yeah.
Yes, that's a simple one. That was easy.
And she actually won the Best Supporting Actress Oscar, I read this morning.
Yeah, for
Amelia Perez, which is something I never even heard of either.
No. Who's that?
I don't know. Padme.
Kind of like the Who?
From Star Wars.
Padme? I don't
No.
Lily Rose Depp.
Oh, no. I thought
Is that Depp's daughter?
Maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about that?
Oh, that's
Catch Me Outside. How about that?
That's Gul Gadot.
How did you
Gal
know that? 'Cause
Gadot.
I never would have.
Yeah.
There's a close-up of Timothy Chalamet's crotch.
Nice.
I knew her.
Oh, yeah.
Who is it?
Can't remember her name.
That's right. I'm going to give it to you anyway just because you're old.
Penelope Cruz. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. And her?
I don't know who that is.
That, of course, is Annabelle Wallace.
No idea who that is.
You know, we like to call her AB for short. And finally, her. Looks familiar. She has a normal dress on it.
From Top Gun Maverick. Yeah, Monica
Barbaro?
Yeah, she was
Barbaro?
Phoenix. She was Phoenix in Maverick.
Oh. Okay. You say so. I wasn't really sure. It was Adrian Brody's acceptance speech that when I didn't listen to it when it was live, but people, I think it was on the Citizen Free Press. Somebody made a comment about it that was less than flattering. And then when I just heard a little bit of it, and I thought, wow, these people really, if you ever thought that they maybe ever learned anything, no, not really.
Hopefully be fortunate enough for that the next 20 years of my life that I can prove that I am worthy of such meaningful and important and relevant roles. I share this with my fellow nominees who are just wonderful human beings who exude grace and goodness and brilliance with their work.
Grace and goodness.
And brilliance.
And brilliance. Now, brilliance in their work is fine, but I suppose there are some, but it seems a little self-indulgent.
There's so many people to thank. I will really try and be as brief as possible.
Yeah, but you won't, so never mind. But they really do believe that they are like God's gift to humanity.
Yeah.
It's striking. And when you look at the awards and who they gave them to, and the fact that I've never heard, well, you're just not hip. You're not with it anymore. But how does a movie that made $550,000 in its opening become Best Picture? Now, maybe this is okay? This is a fabulous movie. It's so out of step with anything that makes any sense. Has it happened before? What was the movie about the tiger on the raft, or the tiger on the boat? Pi, The Life of Pi. Didn't that win a Best Picture? Yeah. No one had heard of it, and it was like, oh, this is a really good movie. I mean, maybe that's the idea. Maybe that's what it's all about. There was an earthquake right after the Oscars, a 3.9 centered near North Hollywood. Some would say that was God rattling their cage. I don't know that it was or not. It could have been a nuclear bomb being tested underneath Hollywood. Who knows? And do you know, let's see, this is Monday. It's Monday. It's 5:00 in the morning it's 2 hours, right? 2 hours difference.
Yeah.
So it's almost 6:00 in the morning on a Monday after the Oscars. I bet some people are just now getting into the car to go home. Remember those days?
Yeah. The all-night parties. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, kind of.
I mean, look, at my age, thinking about staying out all night, coming in at the wee hours of the morning just makes me tired.
Yeah, it does. No joke. Now, these people that went out, they got, let's see, the nominees. Was it just the nominees? Let's see. Everyone, this is the Distinctive Assets is a company that gives out these bags, the winner bags. Everyone wins nominee gift bag. It's given to nominees for acting and directing. And this is what it included this year.
I started to say these bags are usually like thousands of dollars worth of stuff.
$217,000 worth of stuff.
Jeez.
Yeah. All right. So there are 60 items that are worth under $1,000. One of the things in all of them is a portable table for your handbag, for your purse, so it doesn't touch the ground. It's from Bag Seat. How much would you pay for a table that keeps? And all right, you know what? You go to a theater, well, you put it in the seat next to you 9 times out of 10. But at a nice dinner, I'm trying to think of where you would not want, Coach purse, you don't want it on the ground, right? Because all the gum
Sticky.
and the spilled drinks.
Yeah,
sticky stuff. Right?
Yeah.
Does it have that? Okay, sure. They also got sleep therapy device, membership to Function Health lab tests. Now, I'm kind of fascinated what those are. What kind of lab tests? The $500 value of lab tests. You also get a number of cannabis products, like the $160 of product from Bibo, which is referred to as the Hermes of marijuana. Which, can I just right now, Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick in Texas, what the actual are you doing?
What's he doing?
Oh, introducing legislation to ban anything with any THC or THC derivative, ban its sale in Texas. Are there not other things to concern yourself with? Please. And again, it's a libertarian coming out in me. Because now you can go to even restaurants. There's a restaurant right by the motel called Jake's. And they have these new drinks that are infused with THC. And I can't remember what the hell they're called.
Nice.
But anyway, if you're going to ban that, are we banning alcohol? Asking for a friend. I mean, the charade about THC and the rest of it is...
It's been an ongoing charade for years, Brad.
It really has, and it makes me, we all know that a lot of it is from the liquor lobby not wanting a competitive product in. It's not, the government does not give a shit about your health, and they sure as hell aren't arbiters of morality. So what is it that this legislation that he's trying to get done is all about? Pisses me off. And by the way, the drinks weren't bad. Let's see here. You also get in the bag, you get a $23,000, $549 4-night stay. Holy shnikes. Have you ever stayed? This is
dude, 4 nights for $24,000. God, dog.
That'd be $6,000 a night.
In the Maldives. Yeah.
Wow. That better have hot and cold running women, is all I can say. I mean, what in the $6,000 a night? I mean, I have stayed in a room. What's the most expensive room I've ever stayed in? I have stayed at the Plaza Hotel in New York, which, and this has been, I'm going to say 20 years ago. And honestly, was it worth, I don't even know what it was. Plaza Hotel New York rate. What is the Plaza Hotel rate? Room rates at the Plaza Hotel New York City range from $152 for per night for a double room to $40,000 per night for the Royal Plaza suite. I did not stay in the Royal Plaza suite. Double room starts at $152. Luxury room $1,645. Deluxe room $891. It was a small room. It was nice, but it wasn't like, wow, this is opulence.
Yeah.
I stayed at a Ritz-Carlton before, which is several $100s a night. Notice I didn't say I paid for any of these. My thought process, my eyes are going to be closed most of the time I'm in the room. So as long as it's comfortable and the air conditioning works and I can make it frigid, much like my ex-wife's heart, then I'm good. Also, you get in the winner's bag a 5-night luxury wellness retreat offering personalized spa treatments, gourmet wellness cuisine, and a bunch of other stuff in the Sri Lankan hills, courtesy of Santani, worth $8,500. You can also go to the Cotton House Hotel, where you get to stay at their 5-star property in Barcelona for $5,200. And you get $25,000 worth of stuff, suction.
Liposuction of your arms and legs. Neat.
Right.
That's what it's...
$25,000 worth of liposuction. And you get a $25,000 live show from Dr. Carl Chrisman, the mentalist to the stars. Ancestry has also got a gift in there, same value. For an ancestry professional genealogist for a VIP family history experience, offering in-depth research into your family's past. And the most expensive item in the bag is $50,000 at Maison Construction. They are offering the nominees complimentary project management services to assist with the rebuilding process, along with a 50% discount on construction services. Each celebrity gift can be redeemed for themselves, or they can direct the opportunity to support fire victims. It's a fascinating social experiment, according to the website known as BuzzFeed. So there you have it. If you were, in fact, a star or related to a star, that's what you would get. For the rest of us down here, the rest of us mere mortals, I would recommend, if you want a great gift for yourself or somebody else, that you go to mojomypillow.com and check out I found this over in the sales section, the clearance section. So that's how the rest of us think. You can find the body pillow right now with the pillowcase for less than $50 at mojomypillow.com. Body pillows are Ron, you have a body pillow, right?
I have a pillow that I use to lay against. Yes, it's not long like that body pillow is.
To keep your thighs from slapping together.
That's exactly right. It actually keeps my knees from resting against each other. Yeah.
Right.
Because for whatever reason at my age, I wake up with my knees hurting because they're resting on each other. I'm like, that's not going to work for me.
You've been knocking them
I'm not knocking knees. No. I think it's because my fat legs create weight on my bony knees. There you go.
Is that what it is?
That's what it is.
Can you cross your legs like one right over the other?
Like the lady cross? Yes.
You can?
I can on my right leg over my left leg, but I can't the other way.
I cannot do
Is that because you have thunder thighs?
No, I don't think so, because even when I was skinny, I couldn't do it. I think it's because I have childbearing hips. I really think that's what it is. I cannot get. I mean,
I don't think I can do it. I can't do it. I can't do it in jeans. But if I'm wearing like slacks or dress pants, I can
do it.
Yeah.
It will not. Plus, it kind of squashes anything you got going on down there.
Yeah. Ooh. Well, if you don't have much, I guess it.
Is that what your problem is?
That's what my problem is.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bring up those old memories. I apologize. But if you're like Ron and you got your your thigh slapping, knee knocking thing going on, a body pillow might be exactly what you need. Or if you're just lonely in bed at night and you just want to, you could paint a face on this thing and really just feel right at home. Right?
Yeah.
Maybe sew a balloon head to it. You talk to it all night long, never talks back. It's a fabulous way to go. So we'll go to MojoMyPillow.com right now and take advantage of the clearance sales for you and all of your friends. And again, this would make a fabulous gift for somebody on your list that is lonely and needs something to curl up to at night. MojoMyPillow.com.
You're listening to the Lunatic Fringe of American Radio, the Daily Mojo.
All right, seriously, can please somebody tell me what the hell is going on with Kathleen Kennedy? Damn it. We had her out of there last week. And now she's like, oh, I'm not really retiring. Now they're saying it's a rumor. She has responded, they say, to reports that she was set to retire later in 2025. Puck News was the first website that said that she was going to retire at the end of her contract this year. Puck also claimed that Kennedy had previously considered retiring at the end of last year, but decided to hold off on making a decision so she would not go out on such a sucky low as there is right now at Lucasfilm, because they can't seem to produce their way out of a paper sack. Variety reported that a source close to Kennedy called Puck's story pure speculation, and yet the Hollywood Reporter confirmed the report. What the hell is happening? Is she just pissed? Are they trying to force her out? And don't get me wrong, wouldn't you like to see a good Star Wars movie for a change? Wouldn't you like to see them?
Yeah, because I stopped watching them after a while. They weren't good. Yeah.
They were just, what they, South Park? Put a chick in it, make her gay. And that's all they did. She responded, according to Deadline, she said she's working with Disney boss Bob Iger on a succession plan with Lucasfilm Chief Creative Officer Dave Filoni, who works with, Favreau on The Mandalorian. That he could be take on the role. But she insisted the truth is, and I want to say just loud and clear, I am not retiring. I will never retire from movies. I will die making movies, much like the movies around you. That's the first thing that's important to say. I am not retiring. Lucasfilm has every intention of making an announcement months or a year down the road on an eventual succession, that she's continuing to stay at Lucasfilm. Blah. Did I mention how much I love the Critical Drinker? He was pissed. He said
he'd presided over a disastrous series of critical and commercial failures and embarrassments that had left the company with no more assets to exploit. It was pretty widely known that just like a gambler on a losing streak with nothing but the shirt on his back, she'd been holding out for a big win to finish up her tenure.
I'm afraid I'm trying to, because I didn't bleep it, and if you listen to any of Critical Drinker's audio essays, they are filled with, shall we say, colorful expletives. Mm-hmm. Not that I'm opposed, but, just trying to be respectful. But
let's be real here. I don't think there's any big wins in Star Wars' future, at least in the short term. And if they're ever going to happen, it certainly won't be because of you, sweetheart.
I agree with him 100%. She has proven that she cannot do the job. What is it with her? Why does she want to kill every good franchise? Why did she decide to destroy Indiana Jones? When you can make a movie that's so sucky that it makes the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull look, okay, that wasn't as bad as I thought. That's a special kind of fecal touch right there. Have you gone back and watched the?
No.
Wait a minute. You've not ever seen an Indiana Jones movie?
Yeah, I
right,
have. The
forgot.
first one or two, but that's it.
Okay, well, there's only 3 good ones.
Okay.
Why did you never finish the trilogy?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, the very first one, of course, everybody's basically seen that one. And then what was the second one? Which one had Sean Connery in it?
That would be the last one.
Oh. I've probably seen parts of that because I remember scenes with him in it, but I don't know that I've watched any others.
That was probably... Was it the best one? I don't... It was... I mean, you had Raiders of the Lost Ark, Temple of Doom, and Last Crusade. Last Crusade may have been the best because Sean Connery was in it.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was just truly an epic journey. But, and a lot of people think that Temple of Doom was not good. Of course, I think they're all communists. But, and again, compared to, and I haven't even seen the last one, which, how much did it make? What was it called? Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. Let's see, Box Office Mojo, Dial of Destiny. How much did Dial of Destiny end up making? That was 2023. Wow. Its total worldwide take for $383,963,057.
That has to be less than even the first one, right?
Adjusted for inflation?
Oh.
What do you mean less than the first one?
Than the first Indiana Jones movie.
Be Raiders.
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Lost Ark. That took in, it was 1981. How'd you know? Yeah, in real numbers, that's $6 million less. Because the Raiders of the Lost Ark took in $389 million. Now, adjusted for inflation, let's see, that was 1981. 1981 in today's money would be $3.47. So
times 3.
$1
times 3.5.
Wait a minute, that's 2013. Value of in 2013 dollars. Is that right? That can't be right. How much is $100,000 in 1981 worth today? All right, $100,000 in 1981 was today is $292,000. So 3 times 292. How much is that? A lot, right? 200 and all that.
Basically a 200% increase. So,
yeah. So it made
$9 million.
The original one made twice, at least.
$900 million. Yeah.
Yeah. Bottom line, Dial of Destiny sucked because it made. I mean, it left a bad taste in your mouth for Harrison Ford or for Indiana Jones. Wombat Mommy says in Star Trek VI, DeForest Kelly looked exactly like my dad, down to the denim coat with the lamb's wool collar. Talking Star Wars, not Star Trek. Jeez. Have you ever watched Star Trek?
Star Trek?
Yeah. That's what everybody who doesn't know what it is calls it.
Star Trek. Yeah.
Star Trek. Right, and Wombat Mommy says because Ron hates Sean Connery. I know.
I don't hate Sean Connery.
Why do you hate Sean Connery
Although
so much?
He did talk about slapping women.
Which should just make you, I mean.
That was him, right? That was him, right, on Barbara Walters or something?
Yeah.
Talking about slapping women. Well, that's what you got to do. You just got to slap them around.
Sometimes you just have to, take it into your own hands. If she won't listen.
You sounded like a cross between Scotty from Star Trek and Sean Connery. That was weird.
Well, they're both Scottish, so let's hear your Sean Connery.
I don't have a Sean Connery. I'm not the voice guy. You are.
Sean Connery slapped women. Right here. Where it, let's see.
A woman now and then. As I remember, you said you don't do it with a clenched fist. It's better to do it with an open hand. Yeah. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
I didn't love that.
I haven't changed my opinion.
You haven't?
No, not at all.
You think it's good to slap a woman?
No, I don't think it's good.
You don't think it's bad?
I don't think it's that bad. I think that it depends entirely on the circumstances and if it merits it. Yeah.
What would merit it?
Well,
she won't shut her pie hole.
If you have tried everything else, and women are pretty good at this,
and she keeps
if they
talking.
can't leave it alone. They don't want to have the last word, and you give them the last word, but they're not happy with the last word. They want to say it again, and get into a really provocative situation. Then
you smack.
I think it's absolutely right.
Wow.
Tell me what he said there you don't agree with. Tell me what he said there that isn't true.
Honey, I don't know what Brad's talking about. I have no idea.
How many women do you, I mean, when he says that, you give them the last word and they're not even happy with that.
They're not happy with the last word.
And then they want to repeat it.
Over and over and over again. I don't know what you're talking about. That is not my life. My wife.
They won't shut the pie hole.
Always lets me have the last word.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what I'm supposed to say, honey? Okay.
Uh-huh. Just saying. Shut your pie hole.
Before I shut it for you.
Well, you did. He even said, look, you don't use a closed fist. You just...
Yeah,
and he said...
That's just mean. Hit with a closed fist.
Well, yeah, he said you keep your hand open.
I mean, nobody's really ever asked me how I have a wonky eye, but, we won't go into that.
More than slightly venomous Kirk. I enjoyed Dial of Destiny, Bard. It was badly superior. Badly or vastly?
Oh, probably vastly.
Badly superior to the Crystal Skull, and of course nowhere near the Raiders or Lost Crusade. It had such bad hype pre-release that most didn't go see it. The new game is supposed to be great. The new game? Huh. Toby McAvoy said it's a self-indulgent evening for a lot of narcissists. What a great summary. I mean, I used to enjoy the Oscars. Did I say that right? I mean, it used to be interesting and fun to watch when you had a dog in the hunt, when you're like, man, what, I can't even give you an example of what year, what movie, but you're like, I can't believe that movie got best picture when you knew damn well the other one should have gotten it because we were all in on it. Right? You kind of had as a moviegoer, it was you were like, oh wow, I can't believe that got it, because now you're like, what the hell is a Nora? Not only don't I care, I don't even want to know.
Well,
they suck the fun out of it.
I remember back in the day, it was just being able to see the actors and actresses outside of a movie because they weren't on social media back then making fools of themselves.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So now it's one time or twice a year, you get to see them on TV without being in a movie. So you get to see them in there. And then Will Smith slaps the shit out of Chris Rock, and you're going, what the hell? What is going on?
That was kind of
and everybody thought it was fake. I mean, it probably was fake, but, it is what it is.
Really? You think it was fake?
I don't have a clue whether it was fake or not. But it was non-fake enough that Will Smith got booted from the Oscars for 10 years.
I'm not sure that was fake. I know that's not it wasn't a real
in front of millions of people. The dude walks up there,
right?
Smacks
how to destroy a lifetime of work in about 4 seconds. Dr. Free Range Prisoner says Kathleen's comment, "I will die making movies," sounds like an open challenge for Alec Baldwin.
Oh wow.
Well, you have never really seen them work together, have you? Well, no, he's never been in Star Wars, has he?
I don't think so.
Let's see. Was it Audrey in the Daily Mojo chat? I just finished Cobra Kai. It was fantastic. Yeah. I'll just leave it there. Dr. Zone knows Crusade is the best and last Indiana Jones movie. I can't say that I disagree with you. She literally said she wants to destroy Lucas and Spielberg's legacy. Did she say that? I've not heard her say that. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. And Audrey says, things are happening at Disney. We've had several shakeups in our executive management over the last 2 months with more to come. Hopefully KK is out soon. Audrey, why are you not standing up for a fellow pregnant, capable person? What do you call women these days?
Inseminated person.
Inseminate. We don't know that anybody inseminated her.
Well, that was actually replacing the word mother.
Mother, right? That's right.
Inseminated person, yeah.
Vaginally gifted?
Vaginally gifted. I don't know. There could be some debate there as well.
That's a good point. I don't know. Come to think about it, I don't really know. If you've not downloaded the Daily Mojo app, please do so now. No one gets hurt. If you do download the Daily Mojo app right now, it's possible that Kathleen Kennedy will retire more quickly. It's just a rumor, but it is possible.
That's true.
And when you do so, you can start sending us messages on the app that we can find and we can read and we can share, as in the one that Kiki sent to me earlier, which is fantastic. The security notice at DFW Airport, the electronic genital verification system. Your genitalia may be photographed electronically during your use of this facility as part of the electronic genital verification pilot program at the direction of the Office of the Lieutenant Governor. In the future, EGV will help keep Texans safe while protecting your privacy by screening for potentially improper restroom access using machine vision and artificial intelligence in lieu of traditional genital inspections.
Look, the freaking sign looks real, dude. I'm not even joking.
Whoever did that did an amazing job. I mean, they say it's fake, but is it? With this? I mean, if that turned out to be real, would you go, oh, I can't believe it? Because I wouldn't. I'd be like, that's weird. It didn't sound like it would be real, but it may be. I mean, I do have my doubts. Just saying. But, see, Vince, because last week talked about people who were all bitchy and moaning and complaining about, they were tired of living in the United States because, Trump's a pedophile and a rapist. But Vince sent a note, said, Brad, my niece is from Phoenix. She lives in Ireland. She tends to lean left like the Irish government, and she likes it there, except that the weather sucks. Ireland looks like a beautiful place. Don't forget, Joe Biden is from Ireland, right? So, but if you hate the United States that badly and you want to move to Ireland or Canada, go ahead. No one's stopping you. If you think that the United States is such a horrible place.
God, just watching the people from this weekend, Brad, on social media, well, X primarily, you would think that America has just gone under. I mean,
yeah, I know. It really truly is.
This thing on Friday set tons of people off, man. And I'm like, really? Really? That's what you think of the country that gives you everything you've got? That gives you the freedom to be able to say the shit you're saying?
They will, to anybody that has a clash with Trump, they will take that person's side immediately.
It doesn't matter where or what they're doing. Correct.
If Hitler
were
alive today
was ramming
decided,
Trump.
Yeah. Hitler could be resurrected and come out, and he would hate Donald Trump. They would be all about rubbing up on Hitler.
They'd be all Naziing. Yeah, they would be.
You know, the Holocaust never really happened. I mean, where's your proof? It's amazing how bad these people have been infected with Trump derangement syndrome. Truly remarkable. Absolutely remarkable. Did you want to talk about your pens this morning?
Yeah, we could talk about the pens.
Because don't you have?
We're going to be giving one away this Friday. Yep. Here on the show.
Last week on Friday, you all had to get up in there and you had to, hey, got to take over the last 10 minutes. Because
it wasn't the last 10 minutes; it was the last 30 seconds. But yeah, I forgot.
Felt like the last 10 minutes.
I forgot.
Program.
We changed the price of the pens for the month of March. They're now basically $50 each instead of $70, and that was just as a kind of an intro pricing. Look, these pens are they're hand turned. The wood is hand turned by me. I physically do these per order. So if you order one, you choose the wood. I'm gonna do it. And hell, just let me know if you want me to film it. I'll film it while I make it for you. I don't care.
Really, you have a film camera?
A film camera? Yes, I have a digital camera.
Really, you put film in it?
I see what you did
there. Where do you
there.
even buy the film?
You can still buy film at like Walgreens. Hell, you can still get them developed at Walgreens. Anyhow, the pens are they start at $50 now. Did you refresh that page, or does it show 50? I can't really see it. Oh, it does.
Wow.
It's small on my screen,
Everybody
Bradley.
wants to direct.
But anyhow, yeah. So
but your wood feels nice in my hand. I have to admit,
Yeah.
it really does. It feels
Thank
good.
you.
It's smooth. Run my thumb over the top of it like that. It's just,
have you got the
it's a smooth
gold one?
thing.
You've got the gold one, right?
I do have the gold.
The gold one with the two-tone wood. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the special
pretty.
ones. That's the ones we're giving away. We're going to give 2 chrome ones and 2 gold ones away this month, and I'm going to use the two-tone wood like that. So,
well, and here's the thing, because again, it would be a beautiful paperweight if it didn't write well, but these pens write really smooth. They write as smooth as the wood is.
Yeah,
and that's because I would tell you that if I told Ron, I said if they had not written smooth, I would. Would not
he
be
wouldn't.
happy.
Yeah, he's like, don't give me some crap pen. No,
Give me a shit pen because I can't.
These pens, I'm pretty happy with them. I like a heavy pen. For me, I don't know. I grip the pen so hard, and my hand goes to sleep when I'm writing. If I have to write a lot,
let me get comfortable.
I don't know why, but I do. I grip the pen so hard. But anyhow, these thicker pens, the heavier pens, just make it easier to write. And they're executive. I call them executive or luxury pens, either one. Why'd you do that? Were you stuck on your side? Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, you were fine over here. Yeah.
We all good?
Yeah, we're good.
Are we good?
Yep.
I mean, it could be the, FBI or something dropping in on us.
But yeah.
All right. So
we do love these
Get your
pens.
pen now.
I went and picked up a lot of pen
love your
sets
wood.
last week, and Misty was like, "Gee whiz." It's not. She didn't really say.
I
gee whiz.
don't think she said gee whiz.
No, she said some other. What do you call them?
Yeah. Colorful
expletives.
metaphors.
Yes, that's what
And
they were.
expletives, yeah.
Because I bought so many. So.
Yep. And you can get them all right now at MojoLaserPros.com. MojoLaserPros.com.
If you're offended, you're listening wrong. The Daily Mojo.
All right, so there was on social media on Saturday, I believe, James posted a link to an article about measles in West Texas.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, apparently.
Well, and here's the thing. There was the tweet involved a woman who said that her son, by the way, this shirt, should show you the rest of it.
So happy I'm 30 twice. Shit.
Twice.
That's
well,
great.
This is my birthday month. It doesn't say shit on it, does it? No.
SHIT, it does.
Oh, it does, doesn't it?
Did you not know that? Of course you knew that.
I swear to you, I did not know that.
I couldn't see the bottom of it, so I thought it said ×2, but it doesn't. It says twice.
I just noticed it said shit. I'm not kidding you. I'm telling you. I may look really smart, but I'm not. So the story was that a woman in Texas said that her son's did the kid live or was he just sick? But that she was denying that it was the measles that got her son, but it was the vaccine. And at first I'm thinking, what, the COVID vaccine? Because that's where my brain goes immediately. But there is a story at NBCnews.com. And the story goes, and in the headline, you will see what they're trying to push here. Anti-vax movement falsely blames measles shots for Texas outbreak. Now, first, is it the anti-vaccine movement? Are we anti-vaxxers? There's your weekly flu surveillance report, too, right there on the... where did it go? It was back here somewhere. So we're having quite the outbreak of the flu at the same time. But how do we know it's not the measles vaccine that's giving
everybody
that's causing
measles?
the outbreak?
I don't know.
And again, at this point, there's about a thimble's worth of trust in our health institutions, including the CDC and the World Health Organization, and quite frankly, until things get rolling over at HHS. And now we have the NHS too, or is that in England? National, I think that might be England. The NHS. I'm pretty sure that's England. National Health Service. Right?
I don't know.
Yeah, England. Well, and the reason how many agencies do we have within the federal government that are directed toward our health? How many United States agencies involve our health? Well, we get the FDA, right? The HHS has 13 operating divisions, 10 agencies in the U.S. Public Health Service, and 3 human services agencies. Why do we need all of those? Do we? Administration for Children and Families, the ACF. We also have the Administration for Community Living, the ACL. We have the Advanced Research Projects Agency for Health, that would be ARPA-H. We have the Administration for Strategic Preparedness and Response, or ASPR. We have the Agency for Healthcare Research and Quality, or AHRQ. We have the Assistant Secretary for Technology Policy, Office of the National Coordinator for Health Information Technology, or ASTP/ONC, and we have the Agency for Toxic Substances and Disease Registry, or ATSDR. We also have the Assistant Secretary for Administration, ASA. We have the Assistant Secretary for Financial Resources, ASFR, the Assistant Secretary for Health, and on and on and on. So forgetting where the NHS I would say is forgivable. But, and again, anything that Snopes or any of the mainstream media says is true, I generally will say that must be false. And if they say it's false, probably is true. So the subhead on this story at NBC, the disproven claims about the Texas measles cases echo misinformation spread by Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. about a 2019 outbreak in Samoa. Which leads me, of course, to believe that, in fact, the 2019 outbreak in Samoa was probably also caused by a vaccine. Would that surprise anybody? Wouldn't surprise me. But then what do I know? But the measles outbreak that has swept across Texas, officially sickening 124 people, mostly unvaccinated kids, and it's hospitalized 18. Anti-vaccine groups are pushing a familiar and false theory. A highly contagious virus is being caused by the vaccine itself. The narrative is that it's a failure to vaccinate when we know it's a failing vaccine, according to Sire Ji, a self-described natural health and wellness thought leader who is not a doctor. He outlined his theory Monday, a week ago, during an interview with on the internet morning show from Children's Health Defense, an anti-vaccine nonprofit formerly led by Robert F. Kennedy Jr., who resigned after being chosen by President Donald Trump to run the Department of Health and Human Services. Is this vaccine, or is this measles outbreak caused by the vaccine? And how do you know? That's the other part of this equation.
Well, in this particular case, the measles vaccine, is it not like the flu vaccine where it is
weakened?
It's weakened. It is the actual disease or whatever you call it, virus that they're injecting you with, opposed to what they said about COVID, where COVID was quote unquote not COVID that they were injecting you with.
Right. What was it that they were injecting us with? It was
spike proteins.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That old chestnut. According to AI, if you ask, is the MMR vaccine live? Yes, the measles, mumps, and rubella vaccine is a live attenuated vaccine. This means that it contains a weakened form of the live viruses that cause measles, mumps, and rubella.
Basically to build your immunity.
Right.
Yeah.
The vaccine allows the body to develop immunity to these viruses without causing the full-blown illness. And again, what is mumps? What is mumps? What is? Mumps is because the reason I asked this is because I had mumps as a kid when I was.
Didn't your glands swell in your neck? Mumps.
It's a personal question.
I'm sorry,
but yes, no, they did. I remember it was in through here. I remember the bedroom I was in. We lived on Stevens Street, and it was down at the corner. Isn't that weird? The little snapshot you have of your childhood. I remember being in bed, and I remember, it was, but here's the weird thing. There must be a picture of me laying in that bed when I was sick, because I can remember seeing myself in that bed.
Kind of a mind's eye.
I'm starting to wonder, did I die?
Yeah.
Did I die, and was I floating
and you're floating above?
Bed?
Yeah.
It just now occurred to me. This could be juicy.
I never did. I didn't never have the mumps or the measles that I can remember. I remember I had the chicken pox and scarlatina, which is kind of a form of scarlet fever. And I don't know anything about
You said you had scarlet fever?
Scarlatina is what they called it, which is kind of, I guess,
sounds cute.
Yeah, it does sound cute, but it wasn't cute because my whole body itched. I had a rash over my whole body, and it itched for like a week. I was miserable, but I was probably elementary
school.
Syphilis? No.
Huh.
No.
You sure?
Yeah, positive.
Mumps is a viral infection, causes painful swelling in the salivary glands in front of the ears. It can also cause fever, headache, muscle aches, fatigue, and loss of appetite. You get puffy cheeks. You get tender, swollen jaw. And you get swelling that pushes the angle of the ear up and out.
Oh, it was scarlet fever, also known as scarlatina. Yeah, so there it was. Yeah.
You survived scarlatina and scarlet fever.
Caused by the Streptococcus pyogenes bacteria. Oh, it was miserable. I can tell you that right now.
You Streptococcus, you brunger. Something. But the complications from mumps, brain inflammation, swollen testicles, swollen ovaries, meningitis, hearing loss, pancreatitis, and miscarriage. I think I've had all of those. But here's the weird thing. Where did I get it? Mumps spreads through the air from an infected person's cough or sneeze. Plus, I have a vaccine card. I mean, back then they just, I guess they still do, just scribble it down on the card and give it to you. But I have the card that says I had the MMR.
I think most kids, if I'm not mistaken, are required that before school, are they not?
Right, but again, that's the scar that you and I have talked about.
Yeah, is that what that one is?
Yeah, but I don't have that. I don't have it on either.
But it could be on your back. My brother's is on his back.
I've had people check my back.
Okay. Yeah, my brother's is behind his left shoulder. Mine is on my arm. I don't know why the difference. We're 3 years apart, so maybe they shifted back there for appearance purposes or whatever. But yeah.
So is it what this woman's saying? Why? I mean, it could be true, right?
Could be.
Xi's discussion with Children's Health Defense's Director of Programming, Polly Tommy, comes as Texas health authorities work to contain an outbreak of one of the world's most contagious diseases, in part through a campaign to vaccinate residents. The measles, mumps, rubella shot remarkably safe and effective. The mild reaction that some people experience after receiving it is unlikely to be confused with measles. But again, given all of the crap that we've gone through, I wouldn't be surprised. They've argued that the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention should be testing to determine the difference between these theorized vaccine-caused cases and naturally occurring wild-type measles, and they've suggested the tests weren't being done as part of a wider conspiracy or a psychological operation against Kennedy. A psyop. So this is... when they lied to us, as they did so blatantly in 2020 and 2021 and throughout the Rona, these are the long-term consequences of them not telling us the truth.
Yep. Because
it's going to take a generation.
This virus, the measles, mumps, that's been around for years and years and years and years. And people assumed that it was just the thing that you did as a child is you got your MMR vaccine. That's just the thing you do. Now everybody's calling it into question because we've been ruined over the last 4 or 5 years.
Because I'm not going to do the shingles vaccine, and I may end up getting shingles. I mean, I hope I don't, but I mean, I had chicken pox when I was 18. That sucked.
Yeah.
But there are consequences to the crap that they pulled on us. Gifted Guru says, I'm allergic to all vaccines, adult ADHD, and Asperger's. Only med I use is for my COPD. I use APR to fight the mental. High caffeine allows me to focus. See?
There you go.
So American Pride Roasters coffee.
Doing good things for people.
Is out there. It's making a difference in the world. See, DM, you should be proud.
Yeah.
You should be very, very proud that you're doing some good. Also, don't forget you can be prepared for, whatever. I mean, whatever comes your way in the form could be like the earthquake that hit L.A. last night.
Yeah.
Could be a flood. Big flood. A dam burst in Tennessee a couple of weeks ago. I didn't know about it.
Yeah.
Now you tell me.
Well, I started to say you were headed one direction. I thought you were going to go the other. Sorry.
I did head one direction, didn't I? I love that band. Don't forget, the website is preparewithmojo50.com. Preparewithmojo50.com. You can get a special deal right now and save some money on your emergency food supply. With that said, what say you?
Oh, I had a little bit of a problem with this Trump-Zelensky meeting on Friday, so that's my twizzy this week.
The way I see it, this is Ron's wonky perspective on life.
Listen up, folks. Friday's Oval Office meeting was like watching a lion invite a house cat over for dinner, and the cat decides to scratch the furniture instead of just saying thank you. President Trump, the man who's been juggling trade deals, border security, and world peace like a circus ringmaster, sits down with Ukraine's Zelensky to talk minerals and maybe, just maybe, end a war that's been dragging on longer than a bad Netflix series. What does Zelensky do? He struts in like he's auditioning for the role of ungrateful guest star and starts yapping about how America's not doing enough. Are you kidding me? Trump's out here trying to broker peace faster than you can say MAGA hat, and Zelensky's acting like he's owed a gold star for just showing up. The guy's got the nerve to interrupt the leader of the free world in the Oval Office, no less, like it's open mic night at the Kiev Comedy Club. Trump and VP Vance, God bless them, gave him every chance to play nice. They're tossing him lifelines thicker than a Texas steak, and what does he do? He steps on them, whining about Russia like it's our fault he didn't lock the back door when Putin came a-knocking. Picture this. Trump's the coach calling the plays, saying, "Hey, Zelensky, we've got your back, but how about a little gratitude for the billions we've shelled out?" And Zelensky's the quarterback who fumbles the ball, then blames the ref. Vance even jumps in, cool as a cucumber, pointing out Ukraine's running low on soldiers. Facts, not feelings. And Zelensky snaps back like Vance insulted his grandma's borscht recipe. Disrespectful? You bet. It's like inviting someone to Thanksgiving and they complain that the turkey's not vegan. Conservatives see this clear as day. Trump's not here to coddle. He's here to win. For America, not Ukraine's ego. Zelensky wants to gamble with World War III? Fine. But don't expect Uncle Sam to keep writing blank checks while you sass the boss in his own house. Trump sent him packing with a "come back when you're ready for peace" mic drop. Pure alpha move. That's our guy. No nonsense, no apologies, just results. Zelensky can cry to Europe all he wants, but last I checked, they're not the ones keeping his lights on. Wake up, Vladimir. This ain't your sandbox. Oh, and another thing. While Zelensky's over here playing the victim card like it's a Vegas blackjack table, Trump's already 3 steps ahead, eyeing energy deals and rare earth minerals that could make America richer than a Silicon Valley tech bro. He's not just saving Ukraine's bacon. He's seasoning it for the red, white, and blue. So next time Zelensky wants to throw shade, he better check the mirror and ask who's really footing the bill for his spotlight. America first, baby. Deal with it. I'm Ron Phillips, and that's the way I see it.
The Way I See It is only on the Daily MoJo.com. The Daily Mojo.
You ever seen the movie The Runaway Jury?
Yeah, I just watched it last night, as a matter of fact. I did.
Okay,
I'm not even joking.
You saw it on Netflix? Because I just watched it on Saturday night?
Yeah, I was going to talk to you about that before the show, and I totally forgot. But yeah, I watched it last night. Number one, because it had Gene Hackman, right? I thought, oh, okay, let me watch one of those. That damn movie was pretty freaking good.
Except
there was a lot of people in that movie. They were all young. 2003.
Nick Searcy in it.
Yeah.
Friend of the show.
Yeah.
Dustin Hoffman.
John Cusack. Rachel
Weisz. Crazy.
Yeah.
Rachel, is not, I thought
Rachel
it was
Weisz. Yeah.
Like Idlewice?
Jeremy Irons. No, Jeremy.
Yep.
Was it Jeremy Irons?
Piven.
Jeremy Piven.
Yes.
Thank
Piven.
you. Yeah.
Everybody has a secret they don't want you to find. Find something on every one of them. What do we got, people?
Ricky Coleman, 36 years of age. Her husband's a Baptist minister.
But
she had an abortion 2 years ago. And the guy holding her hand.
Who was the bad guy in this?
Yes.
Who was the bad guy?
Trial.
Look, they made Gene Hackman and his crew the bad guy. But I don't know that he was the bad guy. I mean, ultimately, he made the decision to go a certain way, at the end of the movie or near the end of the movie. So that made him the bad guy. But
if this movie's 22 years old, I don't think we're gonna. There's no
spoiler alert
because if you haven't seen it, you probably aren't going to see it. But
there were a couple of twists in it, and you go, "Oh shoot!" That part where Cersei's sitting in the living room talking to the mom. I was like,
yeah.
Oh, I don't remember that. I probably watched this movie back when it came out.
I'm not sure that I did, but it was an anti-gun movie.
It was an anti-gun movie, correct? Yeah,
anti-gun movie, and Cersei being in it.
He was young too.
Bethy Knott was like, "Whoa!" What do you think? I said, "I think he's an actor, and he was playing a part in a movie."
Yeah.
Plus, 2003.
Yeah.
Different world.
Totally different world.
Different world.
That was the Nick. That was the Nick Searcy from what's the movie with Tom Hanks? Castaway.
Castaway.
Yeah, that was the Nick Searcy from back then. Real young.
Got news for you. We were all
that's just
a lot
when
younger.
You think about Nick Searcy, and he played not a good dude in this movie. So
no, he's a bad guy.
Yeah,
because he's an actor. But I thought it was an anti-gun movie. It was finding the gun manufacturer guilty of the misuse of their product.
Correct.
Made the owner, the CEO of the gun company, look foolish.
Yeah, yeah.
And
basically they were trying to buy a verdict in a trial.
Yeah.
Against the gun manufacturers.
And the fact that Dustin Hoffman playing the prosecutor, the prosecutor, or
he was
attorney for the plaintiff.
Yeah.
That he remained moral and ethical and would not, because the same offer was given to both of them to be able to buy this jury off because they had an insider inside the jury. And so he came off as the good guy who was moral and ethical and all that. And Gene Hackman, because he was on the side of the gun manufacturer and was willing to pay off, to buy the jury, which was never going to happen because turns out that what's her face was, involved in the school shooting.
Yeah.
Which it just, again, going back to what we know. Oh, by the way, I'm getting it conflated with another movie, but it just seemed an odd anti-gun movie. And I'm trying to remember if back then, when we watched that,
yeah,
right? Did we, or was it just a good movie? But now we've been
that was back in the days, Brad, when movies were fictitious portrayals of stuff. When the actors just acted, you know what I'm saying? They just did the thing. They didn't go out hawking the fact that guns were bad because of that movie.
But knowing, because this would have been after
9/11.
I'm thinking of school shootings.
Yeah.
After Columbine.
When was that? I don't remember. Was that in the
late
90s?
Yeah. Yeah. So it was obvious. It was propaganda in that sense.
I don't remember the gun lobbies raising hell about this movie. I just don't, It was a freaking movie. Back then, you just thought, well, it's a freaking movie.
And we've come such a long way.
Yeah.
No, you're right. And it was a completely different world. Now everything is a conspiracy.
I don't know what made me watch that last night. I just came across it.
Well, it was on Netflix. It was probably in your suggestions.
Maybe it was a new. Was it a new release in Netflix?
Recently added.
Yeah, recently added. Maybe that's what it was.
And the other thing that was ripped from kind of the headlines is, what was the name of that movie? I just had it on the tip of my tongue. It was the Sum of All Fears. Tom Clancy.
Tom Clancy novel. Yeah.
And it was the nuke that is buried in, it was an Israeli fighter jet, wrecks his plane, the nuke on board is buried in the desert, and it falls into the hands of terrorists. Mm-hmm. Now, in the book, the terrorists were Islamic extremists. Because it came out after 9/11, they were shifted to be neo-Nazis. For whatever reason, I don't know why. Seems to me that you would have kept it as militant Islamists, if in fact that was the way the book was. But then going back to in both of these cases, going back to the fact that we know the CIA has been involved in Hollywood from pretty much the get-go.
Well,
even today, they have to be consulted on any movie that involved in which they are portrayed. Probably the same as the FBI, which means they can guide the path. And it makes you wonder, was that put out to influence public opinion? And I'm talking about the runaway jury.
I would think that back in those days, they were still trying to influence public opinion, but we hadn't caught on yet.
Right. I completely agree.
Yeah.
I think that those were the simpler days when they could still pull one over on us. Now, do you think that people like Nick Searcy and or Gene Hackman knew?
I would think Gene Hackman Nick Searcy probably did not know. I mean, he was a youngish actor trying to, make it in the world, and probably, again, at the time, it wasn't that it was in the news media all the time that's what they were doing, or that they weren't, weren't trying to convince us of a certain thing. We just saw it as a movie, dude. That's when we went to the movie, we didn't think about it.
For the most part, Not My Dog says, oh, come on, it was the China syndrome of the gun market. Freebie 38. I'll save that one. Wombat Mommy says, Hollywood did an anti-gun movie? No. But the thing is, look at Die Hard. That's not an anti-gun movie. There were a lot of movies that Hollywood had done that aren't anti-gun. It was that one, and again, we're looking at it now through a lens that's 25, almost 25 years old. It just makes you rethink everything. And I've said this before about Nixon. I go all the way back to Watergate now and wonder, was that all horseshit? Now, because looking at Bob Woodward and Bernstein, what's his first name? Doesn't matter. Woodward and Bernstein, authors of All the President's Men. And for so many years, we've been taught that whole Watergate narrative, that Nixon, bad guy. I don't even know now what happened with Watergate. Bill Murray was on Joe Rogan's podcast on Saturday. It was Saturday. And they were talking. Bill Murray brings up that he read let's see, can I just play you without having to see the video? This was Bill Murray. Maybe a language warning here because it is Rogan.
The book written by, Woodward, about Belushi. I read like 5 pages of Wired, and I went, oh my God. They framed Nixon.
But Wired was about John Belushi, and apparently because that came out in 1984. And there's all kinds
and because they were trying to hammer Belushi, is he realized, oh, crap, they framed Nixon. Yeah.
I don't know what Bill Murray's politics are. Never really cared.
Yeah.
Still don't. But kind of makes you wonder. Don't have time to go into it completely. We'll do that tomorrow. But I'm questioning everything we've ever learned.
What do you mean it's last call?
Speaking of learning, that right there is 2 hours of audio deliciousness and general frivolity known as the Daily Mojo for today, Monday, March the 3rd, the year of our Lord 2025. And let's find out what, in fact, was learned during the course of the program. Starting over in the Rumble chat room, Freebie 38. What I learned today, the reason Ron is so gay is because he doesn't eat his Brussels sprouts.
That's it. That is it.
I knew there was a reason.
So gay.
Gifted Guru. Sorry, I already read that one. While we've got the screen up there, you want to tell us who was in the Zoom room today, Ron?
Yeah, we've got Free Range Prisoner John. We've got Whiskey Beaver, Wisconsin Jack Hole, Timmy, and Erica, Misinformation.
And possible special report coming from Misinformation at some point. I'm just going to leave it right there.
Nice.
E1 Guru says, I was amazed that 3 Mile Island happened soon after the China Syndrome hit theaters. Wondered back then if it was an inside job. I'd never thought about that. 3 Mile Island may have been an inside. Would any of this surprise you?
In this day and age, no, not at all.
Nope. I would not going back over everything we've experienced. I would not be surprised. Phil Bell 4022 on to X. Look at him. Are you watching the Real Daily Mojo? If not, you should be. Tune in, do it every day, and no one gets hurt. Right? Tech Golden Age Rue, my doctor won't let me have the second shingles vaccine or any vaccination. I already have a strong immune system, and he doesn't want it getting screwed up.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It sucks that that's where we have to be now. It really does. Peekapool regarding Star Wars with the Star Trek meme. Well, it's official. It's dead, Jim. Sadly, that's the That is the truth. Over in the Daily MoJo chat room, again, thanks to everybody for being in there. Joyful Soul, Freedom Entrepreneur, Curious Creation, Mystical Travelers. Hope Freebie the 38 says, now I want Brussels sprouts. Thanks a lot, Ron. I'm telling you, they had the best kind over at the Regal Cinemas here in the DFW area.
Nice.
Not going to lie. Ron, they would change your religion, I promise you. They really would. Maybe. Remember, the rest of you, that we the people must hang together, otherwise we shall surely hang separately. Sic Semper Tyrannis, resist stupid. And good night, Doc Thompson.
Wherever you are. See you tomorrow. Bye.
Watch and listen at thedailymojo.com.